This is speech number 8 for Whitney in the Confident Communicator Manual. This is where she is learning to get comfortable with visual aids. Today, Whitney is going to be sharing with us a piece of her heart. On the hobby the club all knows that Whitney is totally hooked on. We have our own happy hooker. How about that? Oh, a crocheter, yeah. Starting a fashion revolution in high school to her current venture as a crochetpreneur, ladies and gentlemen, our very own Whitney Coop.
Thank you. Wow. Good morning, everyone. My name is Whitney Coop, and today I plan on sharing with you something that I have not shared with the club yet. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Whitney, we can see this fantastic display of crochet dolls you have here. You talk about them every week. No, I'm actually not here today to talk about my crochet. I'm here to tell you about my love language. There are commonly known 5 love languages that people have. These are ways that you feel love and give love. And those love languages are acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, often a popular one, I think, and less popular, I think at least sometimes to admit to, is gift giving and receiving. Throughout my life, as a high school student, through university, transitioning into work, adulthood, marriage, I have learned that a real love language for myself is gift giving. And a unique and special way that is translated in my life is through my hobby and passion of crochet. And crochet has allowed a special love story to be written on my heart. A love story that was written in yarn. Today I want to introduce you to a few of the characters from my love story. Just a few. There are many characters, but today I've brought along Henrietta the hippo, Beatrice the bunny, and Lazarus the llama. Do you want to get to meet them? Let's go. Okay. So this is Henrietta the hippo. Now, Henrietta the hippo reminds me of when I was 16 years old. Henrietta wasn't actually around when I was 16 years old, but what she reminds me of it is because of her special little flower headband that she has. You might notice that I have one too. When I was in high school, believe it or not, you're going to be shocked to hear it, but I was a bit of an odd duck. I wasn't the most popular, but I was well liked. I didn't always have a ton of friends. I was a bit of a hippie, actually. I wore flower paisley dresses, leggings, duct tape shoes that I made myself. And one day I showed up to school wearing this exact flower headband. The strangest thing happened. Everyone loved my flower headband, which I actually lovingly named an ugly headband. All of the friends that I had in my small group, they wanted a headband. So I was like, all right, weirdos, I'll make you a headband. So I went home and I made all of my close friends a headband, and they wore them through school. And then, even stranger than that, all of other girls in the school, girls that I wasn't even friends with, girls from every clique, every grade, came up to me, and they also wanted an ugly headband. And I was like, okay, you're all a bunch of weirdos. But I went home, and I started to mass produce a bucket of ugly headbands, and I dealt ugly headbands from my locker for free, of course, because flower power. And everybody in my school wore their ugly headbands, and I would see girls for years afterwards wearing their headbands and posting photos. So this was one of the first times that I realized that giving gifts really was special to me, And I also realized in this time that I had a very special and unique gift of the ability to create gifts. And as Beatrice the Bunny always says, she's such a stinker, as Beatrice the Bunny always said, with great yarn gifts comes great yarn responsibility. Yeah. And I started off creating and making gifts for all of my friends and family. I made for Easton, my nephew, an elephant. For Jocelyn, my cousin, a unicorn. For Derek, my now husband, he's a super nerd. I made him this little guy. This is Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Guys, you know him? They know him. You look like super nerds too, so. And for many babies who were born into my life, Beatrice the Bunny has joined many a home. So what I've learned in this time is that it's not just about the toys, it's not just about the gift, but while I'm making each of these items, I actually think about the person that I'm making each toy for. I look back fondly on our memories. I think to our future. I spend time praying for them. And so each of these gifts is not just a crochet toy. It has meaning, and it's an expression of my love for each person that I make the gifts for, and it's an expression of my yarn as my love language. So it was really special for me, but many gifts were given. Life got busy and tiring, and I put down my crochet hooks for a little while. I got tired. I got engaged. That's exhausting and exciting, but I didn't do any crochet in that time. After the wedding, I've had some time to rest, relax, and restore a little bit, and I've taken up my hooking once again. With that, something that I thought had maybe died in me, this love story of yarn that could have died, has been risen back to life with Lazarus the llama. So Lazarus the llama and I have been on a crazy little ride together, getting ready for something that is different from before. My expression of love has changed. It's moved from loving others into loving myself a little bit more. And I'm working on a goal that I've set for myself of participating in a handmade market, which I will be doing, by the way, December 8th, the Lethbridge Handmade Market. Find them on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram at Crochet and Happiness if you, too, want to be just as happy as I am. Crochet and Happiness. So, yarn is my love language. And my love story with yarn has had many chapters written. First, with Henrietta the Hippo, learning more about myself and learning about the gift that I have of being able to give gifts and what joy that brings me. With Beatrice the Bunny, just giving gifts to all of my friends and family. And finally with Lazarus the Llama, giving a gift to myself and pursuing some of my own goals and dreams and loving myself. This is not the end of my yarn love story, and I can't wait to see which chapters I can hook up next. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Whitney.